right. Great to see you guys. Yeah, talk about unexpected. Harro, Bosma, I thought for sure, well, like you were saying that you got the dates a bit wrong there last week. Yeah, super great to see you. Oh, hi, Meandering Mikes. And obviously super nice to see you as well. So I've written down yet again a list of stuff that I want to chit-chat about. And we've got 4 people already. So might as well start off with the History Heroes thing. Hey, Telemachus, super great to see you. Darn it! And I knew, Telemachus, that in my head, I kept saying to myself, go do it. Go do it. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it in a minute. And I didn't do it, which is I wanted to go and look up the name. I've got it somewhere printed off over there of the Ottoman prince that got smuggled in via U-boat to North Africa and whatnot. I think across Egypt and so on and so forth. Like I said, that's it's been a very many months since I looked at that when I was listening to a lecture. It was one of the real-time history, the Nebula podcast. Fantastic thing on Italy in World War I with Dr. Vanda Wilcox. Fantastic. Anyways, yeah, let's go straight off to the History Heroes thing, so at least I can get that going. I think it's probably going to be a pretty easy one, but we'll see what happens. I tried to yet again juggle the thingamabobs. One thing, darn it, I hope that William Arends does pop on at some point, because I wanted to. I keep forgetting what games he's playing, and while we're on BGG, I thought maybe I could pop on over to take a look at some of the games that he's playing, because I don't know any of them. Telemachus too, yeah. Let me know what you're up to when we go on to maybe BGG. If we can take a look at one of the games that you're playing. That would be kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna pop in the banners on the first one here. That should be gone, because it's certainly not that one. Here we go. So that's the first one, and then I'm going to grab. So hopefully you guys can see that. A lifelong nationalist. I was born in Manchester. And I'm going to grab the thing so I can put it in the comments as well. And remember, you get 1 point even just for guessing. So I'll pop it in here. And I'm going to start off and let you know what's been going on. Or like I said, I've got a list of stuff here, and then I'm just going to go. I think today is going to be kind of like quite a bit, fair amount of it. Just a bunch of links, and then hopefully that'll start maybe get the ball rolling about starting to talk about stuff. I will say this though, because I'm taking 2 weeks off, 1 week on, go back on to work, and then 2 weeks off, more or less all of October. And holy smokes, I'm so glad Rob mentioned, well, we're going to go to it in a minute, but I've got a lot of stuff lined up, like extracurricular game history stuff lined up this October. I'm going to be going to the War Museum 3 times, for crying out loud. The Aviation Museum. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Okay, so the first place I do want to go to is the which I thought you guys would be perhaps interested in taking a look at. I'm going to go and share the. I got to go and share the screen. It's the World War I news. They have a present. Share my screen. There we go. And I think you guys can see this. I certainly darn hope so. And I think I can just go to here and I can see what you guys see there. Oh, hello, William Arends from Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. Great to see you, because I was mentioning to the other people, I want to, you mentioned a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week, the games that you're playing. And I was like, well, when we get on to BGG, if I remember, we can quickly pop on and take a look. That would be kind of cool. Telemachus says, just painting some skeletons, not playing any board games at the moment. Was thinking to update Empire and Arms computer version. Oh, cool. Harro, Bosma, Guy Fawkes, but he was Irish. You get a point and you're wrong. So that's all good. So I'll pop in another. I'm going to pop in another clue then. Here we go, guys. Like I said, we're going to start getting into the clues that are, they start becoming progressively easier, I would say, maybe. So I'll pop that one in here, and then I'm going to go and grab the second one. So I thought the Paris Peace Treaty in 1919 was a failure and predicted new war within 20 years. So far we know he was a Welsh nationalist born in Manchester, and that's that. I'm going to pop that in here. So hopefully, yeah, you guys can see that thing here. So I thought maybe you guys would be interested in taking a look at this. It's about, well, this is Explore Charmed Soldiers, and it's going to be, it just opened 2 days ago. So on the Thursday. And I would love to go and take a look at this. So all these different things. This one, it was one of the pins, I think it was a brooch that looked just fantastic. But where are you? This one looks really, really fascinating to me. This one here, and it went on and on and on, talking about, like, as you can see here, brooches like these became popular gifts exchanged between departing servicemen and their sweethearts in hope of swift reunion. So I thought maybe you guys would be interested in taking a look at that. So I'm going to stop sharing that temporarily while we go over to here. Harro Bosma, you did it. Boink. David Lloyd George, you got it. Fantastic, Harro Bosma. I think is this your first one? I'm not sure. But well done. So, well, that's the end of those clues. I can get rid of the banner. That was fast yet again. And then I'm going to go show the picture. Hold on. I will show you. Well, we're going to, and then maybe I'll jump over to here. And then, but like I said, I still have my list here of what to talk about. So at least I got one off the bat, and we've done this bit. So I'm going to share my screen, which is a window. So we will talk about this in a minute. Hopefully, yep, you guys can see this. I got to get rid of me. No, I don't want that. Give me an undo. Get me out of here. Control Z, you son of a bee. Get me out of there. Okay, here, I'm getting freaked out here. Okay, you guys can see me, I hope. Good. I don't want, it's this thing. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not allowed to do, okay, so you can see what? This. No. Can you guys see anything? Comments. Yeah, Harro Bosma, well done. I've got this weirdo thing. I just don't know what the hell this thing is. And I'm like, will you piss off? I want the camera slot. No, I don't want that thing. I want the media slot. No, I don't want any of this. What? So you can see me. What the hell? I've got this weirdo thing, and it keeps telling me I can't undo. I'm trying to undo. Jesus H. Christ. Exit full screen. Who can you see? You can see me, I hope. Red line down the map. Okay. So I don't know what the hell you guys can see. I think I can't see this other extra thing. Excellent. Okay, so you can see this red line down the map. We'll talk about this in a minute. Sorry, I've got this extra window that popped up out of nowhere. No picture of you. Perfect. I don't want a picture of me. So we're going to go to I want to go to take a look at the History Heroes thing so you guys can take a look. All right, so there's David Lloyd George, which Harro Bosma got. And then I'm going to go, okay, picture to the window. And then I'm just going to bump it up here so we can take a look at the things here. Yeah, so I was born Prime Minister. I was Prime Minister from 1916, having plotted against my leader, Asquith. In 1914, I opposed Britain going to war. I said I would resign over the issue, but I didn't. As Minister of Munitions in 1915, I worked hard to increase weapons production. I insisted the Navy adopt the convoy system. That's interesting. I didn't know that. To combat Germany's submarine threat. Gosh, I would have put that. If I had put that in, I thought I probably would have went for Churchill. I disagreed often with my military leaders. I thought the Paris Peace Treaty in 1919 was a failure and predicted new war within 20 years. And the Joker fact, which I used, a lifelong Welsh nationalist. I was born in Manchester. Okay, now we're going to go to the picture because it will bring me to partially what I wanted to talk to, which I keep forgetting to talk about. is, where are you? This guy. All right. And you guys can see that. I hope so. And I'll zoom out so that way we can get a better shot. So this is, as some of you guys will know, is one of the pictures of the Gorlitsa Tarnif breakthrough map that I have in my kitchen that I was going to play with Ken. It's more or less after Ken had just started the move. This red line, and please don't take this as gospel truth or whatever, but this is more or less what I think the line would kind of look like right now in 1915. And it's what a massive difference. I do know that, for example, I'll bump it up a little bit. I know that down there, the Russians are doing a heck of a lot better. But if we go here, so there's Brest-Litovsk. I need Meandering Mike to help me out there. But that's long gone. There's Vilna. That's been taken. Look how close they are. I mean, Riga's all gone. And we'll talk about Riga in a minute there, Meandering Mike. I think I mentioned it to you before. We were talking about amphibious landings and whatnot. And, when I was looking at other games to see if there was, for different scales, I wanted to see what people do with different map scales and representations of things and so on and so forth. And one of the games I have upstairs is from Decision Games Over the Top, and it has 4 different scenarios. And one of them is about something about the invasion of Riga and whatnot. And it just tickled my brain and reminded me about that. So here, this other thing, hopefully you guys can see this. Yeah, I think you can see my mouse moving. This guy here, I'll pop it up a little bit more. So that's Vilna. It's been taken. I mean, you can see how far. This is impressive. I mean, remember, each hex is 20 kilometers. This here, this week in 1915, as far as I know, that's Kovno. And as far as I know, Ludendorff has moved his headquarters there. That's how, I guess, confident they are with the way things have been going. That just blows me away. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that, which means now you guys do see me, I think. I hope. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need to see that anymore. Now we're going to go off into Linkland. I'm just going to present my screen, share my screen, and then we're going to go to Minden Games. And hopefully you guys can see that. I hope. I don't know why that's doing it. All right. Why is it doing that? Choose what to share. I just did say that. There we go. Share. All right. And you guys can hopefully see that. Correct? What does yes, no mean? You can see this. You can see Minden Games. Please. Oh, thank God. Thank you. So yeah, Meandering Mike and everybody else. I forgot that last week I'd mentioned that we were going to go to Minden Games or take a look at it. I never did. Then I went and watched the belated version. Thank you, Harro Bosma. I watched a belated version of thanks, Charles Latora. I watched a belated version of Meandering Mike's live stream thing, and he mentioned Minden Games, and I was like, oh darn it! Of course we were going to talk about that. Never did. So I just thought we'd just pop on quickly, take a look at all the stuff here. I'm going to go over to their. Is this all their whatevers? No. It's the retro. It's the. I thought it was the. Where's the just the PDF? Okay, game book ordering, PDF ordering. Okay. So that's hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, I just wanted you guys to just to quickly take a look at and see how much. I'll go away. How much how many different games they have? Quite a bit. It's interesting. Maybe I have to do something with my browser. I don't like the scrolling aspect of it. Yemden versus Sydney looked interesting. I did pick up this game. Please let me. I picked up this game this morning. This week. Eindecker. I didn't. I've only printed it out. I haven't even looked at it. But I thought, okay, let's take a look and see what that's all about. It was kind of weird ordering from here because I just went through the PayPal account thing, and that kind of freaked me out because I was like, okay, I didn't like hit confirm to pay. It was, you know what I mean? Strange. It was just like all of a sudden I didn't get like confirmation, whatever, but it did say, okay, within 2 days, we'll send you an email. And that's exactly what happened. So I thought, like you were saying, Meandering Mike, you were going to like, hey, I should go take a look at Minden Games and whatnot and see what's available. And it does seem like there's a fair amount. And this is just the PDF stuff, but I thought we'll take a look at that. Okay, what's the next thing on my little thingamajig? Oh, yeah, the RPG Marketplace. So this is this is the place that I purchased when I saw at Can Games that they had an RPG for World War I. And I signed up to their newsletter. So hopefully you guys can still see this, I hope. So that's the RPG Marketplace thing. And I thought you guys would like to take a look at it because as you can see there, it says all RPGs are 20% off and it ends tomorrow. And hopefully you guys can see all that. So I'm going to pick up, there's the Ross's Rifles, the one that I have, that I picked up. But this is the one I'm going to pick up for my friend, colleague friend of mine, and because she's really into crows, well, birds actually. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to pick up this thing. It looks pretty neat. And if I could, it's not going to cost much money. And the neat thing is about this company, or the way they always try to help people out, is that I don't have to have this delivered to my house. I can have this delivered to one of my local hobby stores. And there's a comic book shop just right near my, okay, man, your Mike says there's about 150 games. You got 3 of them. Harro Bosma says, cool, I don't know any of the Minden games. Yeah. I've Harro Bosma, I have the Siege on Leningrad. I've purchased it via Amazon. So it's an actual book thing. And I found that out via, I think, watching the Country Clipping show way back when. They were talking about really ridiculously some games that were a bit too, or maybe it was the Dan Pancaldi one on Tuesday, but it was about games that were a bit over a bit hardcore with the logistics or whatnot and so on and so forth. But anyways, so I can get this delivered to my local store. Charles Latora, you only have 1 Minden game. William Arends, this German will be entering Paris today. Paris, Ontario, that is on the banks of the Grand River, not the Seine. Cool. Yeah, it is weird, that there's so many Europe. Well, maybe it isn't. I mean, a bit of home or whatever about the European things you're mentioning. So anyways, I'm going to have this delivered to a store right near my work, which is perfect. And the other thing is, I don't know how it works, but, well, obviously I get a reduction in the shipping cost and something. I think the local place gets a nice thing that has them. Mary Mike says, I was just looking at that one this morning. Viking Fury and Fall of Berlin. Actually, I was looking at the Viking Fury one as well. Cool. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many flipping games there, Harro Bosma. I'm sure that there potentially could be one that you may find interesting. So there, we've done that one. Now we're going to go off to something I'm so happy Rob showed me. He's like, oh, by the way, do you know about this? And I'm like, no. And I nearly lost my marbles. It's the Capcom 2023 show. That's why I'm going to be at the Canadian War Museum 3 times this month. Once just to go to the Capcom thing on Saturday. Secondly, I'm also going to go to wow, Harro Bosma says the Fall of Berlin sounds nice, Meandering Mike. I don't know, we can go find out how inexpensive it is potentially, Harro Bosma. And I got my PDF in about I think on the 3rd day, so it was super quick. It just gives you a little code, downloads it and gives you a little code to open it. So I'll be going to that. I want to go to the used bookstore still, and then there's also the oh my god, that's so cool. She hopefully won an award as well. I also want to go to the War Games exhibit. So I'm not going to show you the full-on thing here, but I just want to show you. And remember, all this stuff's in the links for our live stream if you want to go and take a look later. So I put this in quickly, and my jaw dropped.
Capcom is the model show hosted by IPMS Ottawa every 2 years. The last show was held September 28th, 2019 at the Canadian War Museum in Ottawa, Canada. Today it's a retrospective of the show with a look at some of the standout models from all of the major genres on display. It's all coming up next on Scale Icons.
All right, so hopefully you saw that. And I've got to remember that Charles Latora, torpedo raiders, long live the string bag, the swordfish aircraft. Yeah, I always said, and yet again, Charles Latora, when I saw that game too, the torpedo raiders, I was like, yeah, I'm going to say that, Charles Latora, the subtitle for that DVG game. I mean, come on, human torpedoes in Italy or something? That's crazy. Harro Bosma says, cheap indeed, around 25 euros. Right on, man. So there you go. So I showed you this one. Anyways, I'm really pumped to go and take a look and see all the amazing things that are there. And I watched a little bit more of that video there, and it had what is that called from is that Voyage of the Sea or something, that submarine vessel? I remember that a little bit. The vendors, there's a massive amount of vendors. And by the way, if you guys go to this Capcom website that I put in the links, the list of supporters on there are massive. And I went on to take a look, and there were some really interesting things to purchase from other places, like a lot of decals and some really neato things. Okay, so we got that done. And now I wanted to show you this place. So this is, well, I'm sure a lot of you guys know about it anyways, is the junior general site. So the reason why I'm showing you guys the junior general site is due to the fact that, have you guys seen like the full-on screen? So you're not getting any other weirdo things. You're just hopefully seeing just the website. Hopefully not some weirdo gobbledygook. I hope so. So this is where I picked up the top downs for my. So I just went down to top down. So it's great for DBA. If you want to do DBA on the cheap, this is fantastic. And then off I went, and just I just went to early 20th century, and then looked around and went, oh my gosh, look at these aircraft. And oh my gosh, I guess I can download this because it's free. And oh my gosh, I can make my own little counters, which is exactly what I did. And so I wanted to show you where obviously I got them. I'm not gonna whatever. This I think I've mentioned it before. I'm sure you guys have seen it. A lot of you guys have seen this website before, but I'd like to bring it to its attention again. It's a forum for portable wargaming. What's his name? Bob Chowdhury or something. I always get his name wrong. But anyways, it's very grid based. I just thought maybe you guys would like to take a look at. There's a forum here, and there's a lot of fascinating stuff to take a look at there. So we got that done. Don't need to do the war game vault, but we're going to go back to the chronology. Well, I'll just remove. How do I do that? Oh, that's right. I've got to go to, but I don't know how to do me. So what I'll do is I'm just going to temporarily. There. Am I there? I think I removed the wrong one. There. Hopefully you guys can hear me again. Jesus H. It's this effing thing. I just don't know how to get rid of it. It won't let me. You know what? Hold on. Just hold on. I'm going to get to full on screen so I can get rid of this bloody god-awful thing. So am I back to normal now? No, I want to get cancel. There we go. Thank the F. Okay. Hear and see you. Thank you, Lord Jesus, jumping. It's because I had this extra window, and I couldn't understand if it was seeing you guys or not seeing you guys. So about the chronology, I'm just going to zip through here, so that way I can did I write it down? No, it's over here. Just wanted to quickly go through a couple of things that I noticed this week and the past few weeks about what's been going on in 1915. And yeah, guys, I guess you guys probably already know anyways, is that Yeah, Serbia is going to fall at the end of this year. And I didn't realize it's going to happen. Obviously relatively quick. It was like, holy smokes! And if you guys know why this seems to be an important issue, it was also, I've been reading. I've almost finished what I can grab from this. And I know, Harro Bosma, you were mentioning about wanting to purchase this book, even though it's expensive. And I'm back and forth with it. Meandering Mike says, I mostly see the mess I am making. Mixing balls to my metallic colors, paints for my army painter. Oh, and speaking of which, Meandering Mike, if there's no live streams tonight, and since I'm on holiday, I was thinking maybe I'm going to pop on. If you don't do one of your little impromptu thingamajigs or whatever, but what I would like to do, if no one is, because I would like to have someone to talk out. And if you're going to be painting or whatever, I just need, or you, Charles Latora, you've done it before. I just need somebody while I play my crazy little game over there and go, no, that sounds ridiculous, or that sounds cool, or try this or try that kind of thing. That would be kind of neat. Harro Bosma says, yes, Order to Die is on the list. Mary Mike says, Mini Warmut has a stream at 5. So that's my 8 o'clock. Okay. Oh, that's right. He does at 8:30. So did he switch it to 8:30 or well, it's 8:30 my time. All right. Okay. So thank you. Well, and I'll do it another day or Sunday or whatever. Thanks for reminding me. It's an expensive book. And Charles Latora says, Mini Warmut will be doing a wrap-up video tonight. Thank you. So there we go. That takes care of that. Yeah, I don't know if I want to fork out $150 Canadian, but it's something I'm going to have to keep my eyes on. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, do I really want to spend that much money? I'm like, yeah, it's going to be something I'm going to be popping back. The other thing I need to do right now is just I'm going to write out a bit more of the actual planes. Like this guy has. The Ottomans had 2 of this plane, 1 of that plane. I'm like, oh my God, like it's just, and that plane was here or that plane was there. Or I'm just like, wow, this is impressive material. So that, yeah, I want to put that on the side. Gonna sidetrack. Oh, let's go back to the chronology bits. Yeah, see, it was mentioned here in this book, and it's mentioned often in here. Can you guys, if you guys know of any of this, why in the world is secret stuff so important? In that book, it's like, it was really important for the Ottomans and the Bulgarians to keep this secret. And I'm like, why is it so important? Everybody's at war now. Who gives an F? Meandering Mike says, busy day for live streams. Nanguea, War Room, Mini Warmut. Yes, excellent. Harro Bosma, copy the book and send us the PDF. Yeah, no, and that's one thing. I will. Yeah, I know you're being whatever, and I'm even me now. I'm like, I don't even want to scan the pages because I'm like, oh, you're being whatever. So I'm like writing it out. I'm like, well, at least you're having to force yourself to do something that way. If you guys can let me know about why it's such a big deal. And I know that Meandering Mike, you mentioned this a while ago about with Woodrow Wilson. That was one of the things he was trying to stipulate about no more of the secret nonsense, secret treaty nonsense or agreement stuff. And I'm like, who cares? I don't understand this whole concept of I just don't really. So I did mention, and we're going to get around to it and mention, which is, I guess, is going to lead me into the Battle of Loos and the decision games thing and so on and so forth. All right. Well, we know, I was mentioning last week, the Battle of Loos started on the 25th. So that was on the Sunday there. Telemachus, usually because they were breaking prior treaties. Okay. So is it because then later they're saying we'll never sign a treaty with you afterwards? I don't know about you, but what is blowing me away is when I'm starting to read or listen to all this stuff. When it gets to this high level, I'm really cluing in that this is just like normal relationships. You know, like, well, you lied to me before, and now I'm not going to trust you ever again, or something. I'm like, my God, this sounds like real life on a interpersonal level. Meandering Mike says World War I may not have happened if there had been less secret treaties. Really? Telemachus politics. That would be a thing to I'd love to find out about. Oh my God! I hope we do talk about it. We probably won't. The Salonika front. Holy moly! I watched a couple of lectures this week on it, and interesting stuff. That's all I got to say. Charles Latora, or Like a Marriage, yeah. That's what I mean. It's so weird. When you get up, I'm like, my God. Well, I mean, you guys know this as well. I was talking to somebody about this too. Like all these well-laid plans. Well, look at the first and second Russian armies with Tannenberg and so on and so forth. And then one of the German dudes knowing that, oh yeah, these guys hate each other's guts. They will not help each other, kind of thing. And you got all these amazing plans, and then you've got these personalities that can screw everything up. It's just mind-boggling. Okay, so we got that done. So there's all this jockeying, like I said, with the secret stuff you guys are talking about. Bulgaria stating yet again, oh, we're armed neutrality crap and all this crap. And at the same time, here they are doing a secret treaty with the Ottomans, or a secret agreement saying, look, when we go to war and attacks and invade Serbia's border, we won't attack you, you don't attack me, and let's protect each other against Greece. What the hell? And yet on the flip side, they're saying, oh yeah, don't worry, we're not going to do a bloody thing. Like, good God, give me a break. Yep, Bulgarian premier states mobilization not directed against Serbia on the 24th of September. Right. Meandering Mike says the squabbles are kissing cousins. Yeah. Well, as we know, my God, a lot of as well. I got to remember, don't have to reply to everybody's thing. Reported expulsion of all the Greeks from Smyrna on the 26th of September. So I don't know anything else about that, but that sounds rather interesting. September 28th. The Allies' victory, which is obviously going to be short because they don't realize. I mean, I don't know how people don't clue it. Well, Allied victory in Champagne confirms Greece in her antagonistic attitude towards the Central Powers. So I thought, interesting. Yet again, the two joint leaders or whatever of Romania are demanding the mobilization of their army. So I thought, whoa, here we go. So now let's go, and I'll start sharing some the screen stuff. We'll go to the Battle of Loos, the Decision Games thing, I hope. And that should lead us off into Wonderland, I hope. Oh, I do, though, want to mention we'll go to him quick. And then it's this I've also been listening to. These are fantastic podcasts. They're all free. I've mentioned him repeatedly. Wesley Livesay. He's got 3 episodes on the fall offensives in 1915 for the Allies, which I'm just finding absolutely fascinating for a variety of reasons. Oh shit! Can you guys see that? You guys can see the full on or not? You guys don't see that, darn it. View the tab on StreamYard. Okay, so you guys can see that or not? No, I'm not. What can you guys see? See, there's that freaking new layout. No, damn you to hell. Okay, so hold on here. That's okay. I'm going to go to this. This is pissing me off to no end. There you go. So why are you not seeing that? Present. All right. Present. Share the screen. Microsoft. There we go. Lord have mercy. Christ have mercy. I'm telling you that much. There we go. Finally. Jesus H. The last person I want you guys to see is me. I want you to see that stuff. All right. So there we go. Tab on the StreamYard. You can see everything. Excellent. So this guy, is Wesley Livesay, like I said, and he's got 3 episodes on the fall offensives and all the bickering and so on and so forth. It's fantastic. So let me go and make sure that I can grab the next one, which is going to be Loos, the Big Push. And you're right, Meandering Mike. The map looks really nice. Yet again, another Joe Yost map. Put him in there. Oh my God, am I a Johnny Jackass? Hopefully you guys can see me again. Oh my God, it's doing too many things, my friends, doing too many things. So my back, I got the loose, the big push. You guys can, oh Jesus H. Hopefully you guys can see me back again. Oh, Meandering Mike, that's why you pay me $50 a month for this. Lord have mercy. All right, so I'm going to put you guys here. We're back to normal. Jesus H. Murphy. Okay, so present. Share the goddamn screen. The window. All right. So I can see you. Go away, you son of a bee. Present. Share the screen. Microsoft Edge tab. Loose. There you go. Now you guys can see this. So there we are. That's the game I wouldn't mind playing, and it's one of the. It's the British diversionary attack that for the French to do their main thing. And what I've been finding out right now with this, it's yet again there was a lot of bickering back and forth, trying to convince the Brits to do this, and it wasn't going to be another one of these. Are we just a diversionary attack again? Do we actually have clear objectives and it's a real thing kind of thing? And the French, I think it was Joffre saying, oh, yeah, don't worry. And in reality, it wasn't. And they had to do a lot of this. Well, they were kind of like hoodwinking in some ways. Yet again, remember, don't take everything I say for gospel. But it seemed like there was an awful lot of hoodwinking going on with trying to get the Brits to do this and say, no, yeah, whatever. But I wouldn't mind giving this a shot. It looks rather nice and clear looking map. I think there is some stacking involved. But anyway, so I went off to go and take a look at the this type of stuff here. I'm going to go make sure so I can see if there's any. Yes. Can mention the name of the game again. How about, and Meandering Mike just did, Loos, the big push. So there you go. Now we're going to go to the next thing. And so I went in to see if there was any interesting stuff in the forum, like, oh, this game sucks, or, you need to do this or that or the other thing. And someone put in this. And I thought, wow, what a really nice thing to put in. And hopefully you guys can see that as well. So there's a whole big, so somebody at BGG, and we're going to go to his thing in a minute. So he put in this thing for anybody who's interested in finding out about the Battle of Loos and whatnot. So, yeah, there's some gas. The Brits used gas in here in this battle. So there we go. So, and I was like, wow, this is so impressive. This person put it in. Then I find out. Hold on, I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. Charles Latora says, I'd like to formally submit the name for us as a group, Nengue's Ninjas. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about this at another time. Hopefully, remember to, if you got, well, I guess not Jay. He's a big enough person. He can always rein me in if I start acting beyond stupid in his shows. So anyways, yeah, this looks just fantastic. I thought, so it got me in, taking a look off into this. Then I was like, okay, that contributor, we should go and find out what that person's real name is. Well, actually, we're going to see his real name. So this person, that person who posted on BGG this link about the Battle of Loos, has this site. And hopefully you guys can see that. Yes, you can. And well, am I screwing you guys up with my secondary window? Please let me know if you guys don't want to see me and you want, I can see more. So I don't want to like screw up I'm more interested in you guys seeing this stuff. So here's the person who posted that link who has his own website, and it is spectacular. So there he is. Well, you can see here. What is your name, you? Anyway, so there he is. It's got some stuff. And then I find out, for the love of God, that he's the guy who set up this, which I just I'm just a fairly recent member of. And I think I mentioned to you guys a little over a month ago, and I know that you guys are not going to snicker at it. But when I went to this site, and I'm a member of it now, like a full-on, like I'm even actually a member of like the Great War Forum now. I wept. It's the amount of information that's in here, and the amount and how people are just so into World War I and wanting to find out everything about the Great War and sharing their information and so on and so forth. Just knocked my socks off. Meandering Mike says viewable. First paragraph after his photo has his name. Oh, thank you, Meandering Mike. So there you go. So I just love the way things kind of. So here we go to the over the top, Meandering Mike, with the Battle of Riga thing. I don't think it shows the whatever, but we're going back to BGG again. All right, there we go. And so now let's take a look. Oh, it says, well, actually, we'll go take a look at, so you can see here, it's got the Brusilov offensive, 1916, Riga, that's the one there, 1917, but that's not the Riga I was mentioning to you, but I think by then, Meandering Mike, they were doing amphibious assaults in here, but let's take a quickie look. So I've got a used copy of this upstairs. And like I said, I was looking at different games, trying to figure out, oh, darn it, that's the one I want to go take a look upstairs later on, is the Cossacks are coming. This looks really interesting. There's a lot of, I'm not a big fan of the maps, to be honest with you. I find that's a bit too much eye fatigue for me. But the counters look okay. Interesting to see I don't know what you guys think, but it's interesting to see the unit symbols offset, like not centered. I thought that was rather interesting. All right, so we got that done. And then this guy, I just thought for fun, exactly, Meandering Mike, that's what I thought too. It's way too much eye fatigue compared to that beautiful Loos map from Joe Youst. So I thought you guys maybe would also take a look at, enjoy looking at this. If you guys don't know about this person's channel, it's Rule of Carnage, designing better miniature games. I found this out earlier in the week. I don't know how that must have been a recommendation about something, but I thought maybe you guys would want to take a poke around if you're interested. So, like I said, this is in the sources and links for our live stream here. So, by all means, go and take a look. Now we're going to go to the next thing I'm about. Oh, yes. This I wanted to mention last week. It was one of the lectures I saw last week. I'm going to pop this in. It's a really, really, really darn good lecture. He's a little bit, I'll be honest with you, I almost stopped watching it. He's a bit clunky at the very beginning. Let's say maybe the first 2 or 3 minutes, he kind of stumbles a little bit, but he knows his stuff. And once he gets cooking, he is cooking. He goes through, which is exactly what I wanted, the evolution of the different ships. So he goes on like, okay, and this is why we ended up with a torpedo boat destroyer, or I'm not, don't let me get into this, but or whatever. It is a fascinating. He is really good. He knows his stuff, and he's quite humorous afterwards too, because he just lets himself go. Like once he gets into it, he gets into it. Look at it. It's not even an hour long, for crying out loud. It's a fantastic. So I thought maybe you guys would be into that. And this brings us into this. And I'm so glad, Harro Bosma, you're here. And actually, you too, William Arends. I'm not saying every time there's something about Germany or whatever, I'm going to, associate you guys. But I just thought, do you guys know anything about, I'm putting it almost in the comment section here, sorry. Do you guys know anything about the SMS Wolf? So I just watched this earlier this week. I did not watch it here on this thing here, but I did watch it on Amazon Prime, I think. I'm not positive about that, or it could have been Tubi. Anyways, you guys can certainly watch this. It's about a German raider that traveled from Germany all the way to Australia and back and made it. Ended up with like over 400 prisoners in total. It's like not even an hour long episode. Harro Bosma, no, I don't. Interesting. It is interesting, Harro Bosma. For the love of God, watch it. I just ordered the book. It's a really, really fascinating book. A read. This thing had a seaplane on it, for crying out loud. So they were, pretending to be just a normal merchant ship, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Weren't allowed to ever land in port. They were, I think, something like 18 months at sea or something insane. Harro Bosma says, I have Amazon. We'll look right after. Excellent. Meandering Mike, Commerce Trader. Bingo. Exactly. It is a I really enjoyed it. And I didn't realize how much of the class system was involved. Like, I mean, the crewers are, anyways, when I was reading, the book was on the way. I can't wait for it. The two Australians, well, we're going to go off to the links in a minute here. So here's this is the book I just ordered. And okay, hopefully you guys can see that. What? Aw, darn it. Anyways, well, maybe I screwed up the link thing. Did I? Oh, maybe I did. Oh, no, hold on. Maybe I should have just done this. Aha! That's what I should have done. Okay, there we go. That's better? There we go. Excellent. Manny Mike says, kind of slow for a commerce raider, 11 knots. There's another thing I'm going to have to learn, Meandering Mike, about all kinds of things about that stuff. I was absolutely blown away. I found out one of the battleships, I don't know which one it was, could do 27 knots. I was like, what the hell? Meandering Mike says, have catch people by surprise. And I will say this also about the production quality of this show. They do a really good job, I think, with the computer-generated imagery. It's not the greatest in the world, but it seems to be fairly seamless. So I just ordered this book. I think Richard Gilliant, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. I think his great uncle was a prisoner from one of the ships that got sunk by that. There was the other thing I was talking about this would be almost like a crazy little mini series. In the documentary, they're talking about how all the prisoners over time were starting to, it was like, there was this whole other little world going on. And I would just love to know about all the different relationships and that, that would have ended up starting to occur. Then there's this bit as well. If you guys want to go to find out more about the book, about it, I think from the straight up. This is their website. Aha. Okay, so this is the straight up website of these guys. Okay. Then we're going to go to, I did that. Hunting. Okay, so this one is another. So this is about just overall, I guess, as you recall, what did you call it? Commerce rating, Meandering Mike. So I guess this is about generally, not just about the SMS Wolf. This is about full on another book, The Kaiser's Pirates. This looks rather interesting. And boy, that'd be kind of neat to snag at some point. Then Charles Latora, this is due to you, playing all your bloody sub games and whatnot. And I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to make my own little sub game, and I'm going to use, and I'm going to show you in a minute, a variation of my one of the postcard thingamajigs I wanted to do. And I'll stop sharing for a second so I can show you what I wanted to show you. It's this. So what I was thinking about, Charles Latora, is using some kind of, the way your subs and your ships seem to always travel in these weird lanes and trying to always look for things. So I was thinking of doing some kind of like, okay, I want to go in the easy lane. So I'm going to put in the easy slot, and maybe we could play a solitaire game this way or something or whatever. Yet again, I wanted to show you another one. This is like I'm doing some kind of like an RPG traveling thing where your dudes can go across you get the idea. But I was thinking something like that with the sub game would be interesting. And anyways, let me go back to the present the screen so I can show you that bit. And so, yeah, so you guys can see that. So this is about the loss of HMS Pathfinder. And I was looking up U-21, the submarine. And then I found out about HMS Pathfinder, and then getting on into this. And that's the captain of the U-21. And yet again, like I said, I thought maybe you guys would be interested in this. What I found, what the heck was it? There were some of the quotes. I just thought, wow, just fascinating stuff. There's the captain; he survived, but everybody, like in the front part of the ship, just got wiped out. It hit the whatever that stuff they used, something with a C, carbite or something, or corbite or something like. I can't remember what the name. What was the which I thought? Oh yes, it was this here. A seaman who escaped gave this account of his experience. And I'm not sure if I'm reading too much into this, but I was like, this guy doesn't seem like a poorly educated seaman. Who in the world would use I bombed, where does it go? All of the men must have been blown to atoms. And I went, what the heck? That seems like a pretty amazing thing to be, a pretty interesting phrase to be using. Then later on, look what you see later on. Obviously, one of the newspaper articles used it as a quote later on grabbed his quote and used it for their title here, Pathfinder blown to atoms. I thought, whoa, that's so cool. But anyways, I just thought maybe you guys would also want to find out a little bit more about all that type of stuff. Just spectacular. There's this amount of information available. All right. And what else do I have to show? I don't know if there's much more to. Oh, this one. Have you guys ever heard of this? Actually, we're running out of time, which is great. This has got to be the wackiest plane I've ever seen in my life. Corbomite, that I know. Meandering Mike, I was not Corbomite. I was not thinking about that. Would be awesome. Charles Latora slide rulers. Oh, did you see some? I didn't see any. I wasn't thinking of that one. I was thinking of that stuff there, that carbonite. That's it. That poor Han Solo got nailed in. Have you guys ever heard of a Fokker quintuplet plane? What in the God green earth is that? Like, what? No, I was just like, okay. Holy moly. That must have been interesting. There was only one made, I think. Yalzaramas. Anyways, Fokker obviously thought something like more the merrier. I wanted to show you this as well. We're not going to. We're certainly not going to show you. I'm not going to because I don't want to get in the copyright things. And I'll tell you one thing. People like this, I have way more respect for than freaking multinational Lord knows what's. So I wanted to go and take a look at, and you guys can see this. There. I will play a tiny bit. Charles Latora, what? So this bit here, I want to do lots of times when I'm gaming or whatever, I want to listen to World War I related stuff or what have you. And Meandering Mike says the wind turbulence on the back pair of wings must have been extreme. Yes. Okay, Charles Latora. I don't know if you were going, what about that 5-wing thing? I know. That's why when I saw it, I was like, I got to share. I got to let you guys know about this thing. It is like, what in God's green earth is going on there? And anyways, I was like, I still need to learn a lot. I guess radio wasn't a biggie, or wasn't, barely in existence back then. But anyways, these 2 people for their school project did a thing about, they just went through a quick thing of all World War I. And when I saw this, I went, oh my God, this is exactly something I would like to do, but not moving pictures bit. Well, I do want to do a moving pictures thing, but a silent version of my news bit. But like I was mentioning, I want to use I want to do my own little miniature film roll and have it off the thing. So we'll just show it super quick. But I just was like, man, these guys have up the bar for me or whatever, just super quick. But I was like, impressive. So we'll just go super biggie. Oops, I went the wrong way.
Welcome to the noon broadcast of The Newsboys. Today on the 27th of July, 1914, we enter our broadcast talking about the boring discussions of the world. Over in Europe, there's quite a bit of...
I don't know about you guys, but impressive. Meandering Mike says, I made such a mess with the mixing balls, some of my fingers look like rainbow nail polish on them. That'd be hilarious. Harro Bosma like Gillette adding on endless clings. I know. My God, that's true. Hey, it does kind of look like a one of those crazy ass razor blades. Maybe it should have been called the Gillette plane if they'd known back then. All right, guys, we're at 10:56. We're doing pretty darn good. What am I going to do for the remain? I don't. Let me know what you guys are up to. Well, yeah, Manny Mike, you just told me that I better make sure that I'm on tonight well, I didn't part of your painting challenge, but I'd love to find out what's going on with you guys. So that'd be great. So I'll go on to mini warm-ups thing. I'm going to go and maybe grab something to eat quickly. But I think I did mention to you guys that the hobby, my local hobby store there is going to have its 70th anniversary. Here, let me grab the thing just in case somebody does see this, because they're open till 5 o'clock. I don't know if there's anybody in Ottawa that watches it beside me. These mixing balls, I mean, I'm like, this is, can you give me a little bit more info on this bit here? So is it like a little, and anyways, here's the thing. I'm about to go to that and have hopefully a blast time. So Meandering Mike says, today is painting and YouTube watching for me. Oh God, that sounds nice. Isn't that a nice day? So yeah, what are these mixing balls? Is it like exactly what you're saying? You like squirt a little bit it, shut the door, and then give it a whatever. I just don't like normally what I do is I just squirt a few drops of each and something like that. Charles Latora says, finish this round of cleaning, then by stealth. Yes, please. The ball bearings, put 2 in each dropper bottle, shake to mix the paint. Oh, interesting. Oh gosh. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't somebody also mention that are some that have them already in their containers? That would be kind of nice. But you're because there's that's the problem with it's the worst is I would say with the deco arts. Charles Latora, and like I was saying, Charles Latora, I hope you yet again with the pressure or whatever, when you were saying about, of course, I'd love an update because I just want to know a little bit, but it doesn't mean like every time, just because all of us are, doing YouTube stuff. It's like every time you have to do a goddamn, like you play for yourself kind of thing. Meandering Mike says, the new army painters come with balls in them. Okay. Oh my God. And here I am off to the hobby store. So maybe I'll go and take a look at whatever. Yeah. And, even though I'm whatevered out, Charles Latora, Meandering Mike, he wants to know which paint pods you're using. Okay. We're almost finished, guys. man, oh man, this is just great stuff. These are the Army Painter metallic color effects. Yeah, I think I may just grab if they're going to obviously sell stuff at the hobby place, and yeah, I don't know what it is. I just having a bad time lately with these models or whatever. Like even the one upstairs, I'm like, I'm just not. I was like, oh, I got to finish off the SPAD 8, but I'm like, I just don't. I don't know. It's just something about whatever. It's not really into it or whatever. But I'm like, but I still want to do some kind of thing. Maybe I'll finish off the Charles Latora, which I have been doing. Charles Latora. I've been working on Charles Latora, believe it or not. I've just been getting really into the eyes. I've been having a lot of fun, even though you probably won't even be able to see it. I've used something like 4 different colors in the eyes. You probably won't even notice. You'd be like, yeah, whatever. Meandering Mike is going to use night scale and fairy dust to try to do some obsidian glass effect on Serpentman weapons. Oh my God, that would be totally neat because it's in a weirdo way. You're kind of sounding. What I was trying to do with some of the one of the eyes for Charles Latora was to get, that where you start getting the beginnings of a cataract, that grayish almost. Do you remember the crazy ass rabbit there from the animated Watership Down movie there? What was his name there? The real son of a bitch rabbit there. He just looked like living hell. One eye or whatever the hell he was. That kind of look is what I was trying to get Charles Latora eye. All right, guys. I'll let you go. I keep saying that crap. Harro Bosma, super glad to see you this week, but good to hear that you're still, because when I saw you on, I went, oh, shoot. I hope that doesn't mean that you weren't able to go to the Essen game convention because as we mentioned last week, everybody wants to know how it went. So you're going to obviously tell us, please. That's it. I'll see you, Meandering Mike, and Charles Latora later on Mini Warmutt's thing, 8:30 my time. William Arends, I'm assuming you're probably going to be having an amazing weather day like I am in Paris, Ontario. Well, you're going to be in Paris, Ontario. I'll still be here. But we've got a week of mid-20s. This is nuts. This is just bizarre. Meandering Mike says there is a semi-translucent white paint would be good for cataracts. Something like a pearl. You see where I'm getting at here. That's what I would like to do. Kind of like a fingernail polish, type of that stuff. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm just, living an amazing life. That's all I got to say. And you guys are part of it. Thank you so much. All right. And I don't care if I sound cheesy. Tough. All right. Bye.